Hi, my name is Katrin and I talk about reducing waste by making instead of buying. And in today's video, I thought I would make a slightly different video and share with you a couple of my favorite summer pieces that I bought secondhand. So let's dive into it. So for the first piece, I love this top. This is just... So you'll see throughout this video that a lot of my favorite pieces have flowers in them, so be ready for that. I love this piece, and this came from a swap markets. I absolutely love this and I wear it all the time. And it costs zero. So I'm also going to try to share with you the prices when I know. This one cost zero because it was from a swap. So basically in swap markets, what you do is you bring clothes that you no longer wear that are in good condition and then swap for others that you see on this market. It's yeah, that's it. Second top is this one. I love this and it's really pretty, and it cost me also zero because it was also from a swap market. You'll see also that I have a lot of swap market clothes, and this is a fairly recent swap, and I think it was the last swap that before the whole quarantine began. And I've been wanting to wear it, but when I was in quarantine I was not really dressing up. What's the point? But now that I've come back to the office, most days I wear it and wear it often. I like it. It's flowy and it's really cute. Okay, so these are my tops, and you'll see that I have a lot of dresses. Those are the favorite things that I like to wear during summer. So let's start with this dress. This dress is absolutely gorgeous and I love it. I bought this dress for $10.60 from New Zealand dollars, so it's roughly about €6, at least back then. And I bought this in a second-hand shop in Auckland. It was right before me and my work colleagues all went to Australia for 4 days, and I really wanted a cute dress to wear, and I didn't bring one. And this one is beautiful and I still love it. It's a little bit on the shorter side, but I still wear it all the time. And I guess it's a memory from Australia and New Zealand. And in New Zealand there were a lot of shops that had curated items that didn't necessarily went through the vintage route. I mean in New Zealand, but in Auckland that's where I was mostly, where I spent most of the time. And I think that this is increasing and getting better in Portugal, but it's still not in the same way that it's in Auckland. At least not right now, but it's getting there. Next one is this one. I love this one because it's flowy and it's formal. So although it's not necessarily formal, I make it work as a formal dress, and I've brought this to fancier but not super formal parties because I don't go to these. But it's gorgeous. I love it. It belonged to my aunt and I wear it all the time. I absolutely love it. There was one thing though that the dress had. It had like little things to put the belt on, and I honestly didn't like it because it just accentuated my waists and I didn't enjoy them. So I removed these. Hopefully you can see. However, I still haven't sewn in the ends and closed this gap, and I'm totally wearing this even though I haven't sewn this. I will do this, but I haven't yet. Okay, and I have this for 2 years. Sorry. Next up is this beautiful dress, and I bought this dress in France. So my first trip was actually a trip that I went solo, and I really liked traveling alone, and I've done this a couple of times after that, and it was actually my first trip. Basically, I was born in France, and I really wanted to see my old place from afar, obviously, because I didn't know the people that were living in my old house. But I wanted to connect somehow with the country that I originally was born in, and I lived there for about six or 7 years, I don't know. Although I love Portugal and I'm very much a Portuguese, I still feel like France is a little bit a part of me. Although I have to confess that my French is getting worse here every year because I don't train it. Priorities, I guess. It's not really like I need French. It happens. But I know that if I went to France for about 6 months, I would pick it up fast. So let's go back to the dress. I bought this in flea markets, and I'm not exactly sure how much I bought for these, but how much I paid for these. But I'm pretty sure that it was about 15 euros. In France, there are a lot of really cool flea markets. Yeah. Well, in France, in Paris, there are a lot of cool flea markets, and I went one which is called Porte de Vanves. It was great because there are a lot of other more known flea markets, and I specifically went to one that was more known to locals to make sure that it wasn't overwhelming for me, and since I was traveling solo, I didn't want to feel unsafe. One thing that I want to say about this dress is, although I love it, it's the only piece that I'm going to show that I wish I would wear more. And I think this is because although I'm not super short, I'm also not tall. And when I'm wearing these, I'm just sweeping the floors and the outside floors with it. So I think what I need to do is hem a bit of the dress and start wearing it. It has not happened yet. But this is a maxi dress, so I think that it makes sense, but I don't really like that feeling of going through the floor and sweeping it, especially since it's not at home. So now the dresses are done, and I'm going to share with you skirts. This one is my absolutely favorite skirt, and I bought this very soon after I started living here in Porto, and it kind of means that this was the start of me living in Porto. I think this skirt was 5 euros. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. And I love it, and I wear it all the time. The battery ran out, and I'm just continuing now to film. Moving on to the next one. This beautiful skirt. This looks great and I really like it. I have troubles finding the right tops for this, to be honest. I'm not the most stylish person, nor I'm fashion savvy, but this works better when I'm wearing white tops, and I've tried with red, but it never works out. So if you know, let me know in the comments, because perhaps I'm not that fashion forward to figure out the best way to wear this. Next one is this skirt. So this skirt looks like the skirt that old people wear here in Portugal, but I honestly love it. So maybe I have a touch of old person in me. I love it. It's very simple. I can wear it more casual, and I can wear it with pretty much any kind of top or t-shirt, more geeky t-shirts. This looks great. I love it, and I bought these. I forgot to say how much I spent on this skirt, but I have no idea. Going back to this one, I'm not 100% sure how much I paid for this, but I think it was 3 euros. There was already a mint when I bought this skirt, so if you can see here, you can see that it was already mended, and I think that it was to make it a little bit larger. And I absolutely love this skirt, although it's not the most Tana skirt. It's the one that I think that I wear the most because it goes along with so many of the clothes that I already have. Next one, these shorts. They are beautiful. I love them, and this also cost me 0 because it came from a swap, belonged to a friend of mine, and she says that she never really used it, and I loved it. And this is one of those clothes that even though it's for summer, this looks great with a pair of leggings or a pair of tights, and I like this. Last but not least, I wanted to share a bikini that I really like, and it's very simple. It cost me 2 euros. I really like this bikini because it's fun, and it cost me 2 euros. I think that I bought it 5 years ago or 6 years ago, and I still love it. Just goes to show that buying secondhand can give you amazing clothes and pretty clothes, and I really enjoy. I think that most of the clothes that I have right now are clothes that I really love and really like to wear. For a long time it was not like this, and I think that I finally came to this point, and I'm really glad that I did because I like what I'm wearing and I like how it makes me feel. And that's it for today. I really liked sharing these pieces with you, and hopefully you liked watching this video, and if you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps me, and it makes me happy to know that people are enjoying these videos. And I know that sometimes it's weird because of my accent, but hopefully everything is understandable, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, it's upside down.